Right, ladies and gents, I want to talk to you today about these little beauties. These are crab apples, only small, exceptionally to that size. Most of them are sort of like a centimetre across, that type of thing. And I picked these as windfalls actually. Been a bit windy and some of them come off a tree that I know, and it's quite well known amongst many people who know me that I grow a lot of trees from seed. I've got a video elsewhere on my YouTube here about growing trees, donating trees, that sort of thing. And I like to get crab apples. They're very good for the pectin that's in them as a setting agent, which I'll come to in a minute. Now I make jellies, and as I say, I use these to set the jellies. You can use all sorts of fruits. This year I'm going to be concentrating on hawthorn and rowan jelly, hawthorn jelly, that sort of thing. However, because I'm going to use these apples anyway, I could just crush these and then put them in the whole thing when I'm boiling it all up. But these are laden with seeds. Some will have half a dozen seeds in, some will have one seed, two seeds, and some will have no seeds at all. You've got to break them open to find out. And I keep these seeds back. I put them in the fridge over the winter, sow them in the spring. Within a couple of weeks they're germinating, and I just give them away as of locally. And I do a little bit of guerrilla planting every now and then. So I do black poplar trees as well, which are rare, and I do sort of plant a few of them out as well as giving them away. So I'm just going to basically spend a couple of minutes just showing you what my procedure is. Now the pulp of these, after I extract these seeds, will go in the fridge, and I'll be knocking up some fresh jellies. But here's some I made last year. Again, this is Gelder Rose. Now it's not everyone's cup of tea, this sort of stuff. Very, very tart berries. You upset your stomach if you eat them raw. Cooked, they're fine. Gelder Rose jelly. What do they have? A total of 1,600 grams of berries. Bit of lemon juice. That can't even read that. Put my specs on. My handwriting's terrible as well. Can't even read my own handwriting. Oh yeah, squares of lemon juice. Just 300 grams of crab apples. That's all I needed. That was part of the 1,600. And 800 grams of sugar. That's to remove the tartness of the crab apples and the Gelder Rose. Don't make Gelder Rose indoors. When you're making it, it smells like sweaty socks. And it took me 3 days last time to get rid of the smell. This hedgerow jelly, I call it hedgerow jelly. It's a mixture of all sorts of things. There's hawthorn in there, there's rose hips, there's a few sloes, a couple of rowan berries, elderberries, and I don't even bother. I just put it all in, and about 250 grams for that sort of jar of crab apples. Sets it really well. Back to the crab apples. As I say, I got those there. Now they are a bit juicy. I like to use a cloth here, so I'll get this one out as a demonstration and roll and pin. And what I tend to do is just squash them like that. I'll do that. I'll just break open 3 at the moment. And that's all I do, squash them. Little knife, open them up, and you can see there. You can see that there's actually a pip in there. So I'll dig that out. Ball there. Another one there. Next apple, there's a pip there. Another one in there. And a couple there. as soon as you bite into these particular crabs, it just dries your mouth out like a sloe. It's another way to tell that they are actually crab apples, because even wild apples, as they're called, which aren't wild at all, most apple trees growing in hedgerows actually come from apple cores that people have thrown away, and some of the seeds germinate and you get a tree, an apple tree. But they are much bigger than crabs. In fact, a couple of wild apples here, sometimes they're a bit smaller now, only half the size, but they're still 2 or 3 times the size of a crab apple. And these are just feral apples, I call them. The domestic apples, they've germinated, they grow, and they come out in all sorts of shapes and sizes. So I'll just put those there for now. I'll do another couple. Now, I'm going to use this apple, so I don't mind extracting the pips like this, and it is time consuming, of course, because I grow a lot of seed. What I do these days is I do extract some from the apples that I'm going to turn into jelly. However, the ones that I'm just going to grow seedlings from, I just crush these apples crush them right down, maybe half a centimetre, quarter of a centimetre in depth, just like that one there. Crush it right down so it's flat like that, and I lay them out on seed trays, and I just leave them outdoors. I cover them up so the mice can't get them, and I just cover them up, and then in the spring, usually about March, I'll sprinkle a bit of compost over them, and what happens then is they germinate and they actually grow up out of the pulp, out of the apple pulp, and as they appear I just carefully extract them and then transplant them into a little pot. That's for my tree growing exercise. So for me, the ones I want to use for pulp, I'll extract the seed from them. I'll get the seed from nearly all of these. I think there's about 200 apples there. Say average of 2 seeds an apple, there's 400 seeds, so I'll get about a 90% germination rate. So that's more than acceptable. And certainly 75% of the seeds that I get will grow into trees that will be transplanted. So you got those seeds there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17 seeds there. So I'll plod on and do a few more. If anyone's noticed that, Scott's bar. My mate Phil knocked that off for me during COVID, I think. Yeah, I've got a few more seeds out there. It's quite sticky now. What I'll do is I'll just let them dry, and then I just move them about like that. It stops them sticking together and separates them. And when they are dry, I'll put them in the fridge, label them, what date they went in, and I'll get them out the end of January, middle of February. Depends on the temperature really. It's been a bit warmer these last few winters. I had some germinating last year in February. And, yeah, so I just let them grow up out the pulp. So that's good. So that's a little introduction to my crabapple dealings. So, more than on. Thanks for watching, ladies and gents. So if you like what you see in any of my vids, do leave a comment. Subscribe if you're ambitious. Or leave a like, whatever. Spread the word. be appreciated. So thank you.